Okay, so now in this video we're going to put in areas, and we've created our area plan. You can see it over here. And the way that we do that is we create area boundaries first, so closed areas, and then we place an area inside of it. So basically, instead of using the walls as boundary areas, we're going to use a unique line, almost like a room separator, but it's an area boundary. So if we take a look at, let me go ahead and close this guy. If we take a look at kind of how I've got it divided over here, we'll go in and sort of work on this area right here. I might leave these out for now, just to get this sort of going. And so if I come in here, I can go to my area boundary, have to be in the area plan. If I go to area boundary, I can pick line, and then I can come in and start creating lines where I want that area to be, right? So if I'm coming in here, maybe that's an entry area, and then maybe I have some dining, that comes in and goes a little bit like this, leaving space for circulation, and maybe it goes kind of to the end here. And again, these need to be closed, and they don't have to be individual lines. Like I can bring this line to here, and then I can use the trim command here in the modify, the trim command, and trim those two, so that can be one line, right? And then you can always go in and I'm going to use the align command. AL is the shortcut, and align to the back of that, and get that kind of worked out. So we have those two areas. Let's go back to the architecture and area boundary, and I'm going to go ahead and draw a arc that represents that edge, right? And then I'll go to line, right, and maybe include that in the bar area. Whoops, let's go to line, missed the line command. And again, I'm not going to be perfectly exact in this. You can always adjust it later, and that will be sort of the bar back there. I think I had a Q here, so we'll put in a sort of queuing line. Maybe they pick up stuff here at the bar and there's a queuing line. Maybe they have a seat or something behind here eventually. And so we have these different closed areas, closed polyline area boundaries. And now once we have those, we want to place areas in them. So now I can go to the area right here. Whoops. Now I can go to the area right here and go to area, and it will seek out closed bits and pieces, right? And you can see that tag on placement is selected, and that's fine. So I'll come in here and click on this area, click on this area, and click on this area, and click on this area. And then I'll hit escape a couple of times to stop that. And then I'll just rename them. So I'll rename this dining, and I'll rename this Q, and I'll rename this bar back or bar service, right? And then I'll name this waiting, so like entry waiting. Okay, and so now we have those guys done. We can start to define a color scheme that will allow us to put hatches in those and define those. So we'll do that next.